Namaste and welcome to our channel. Nobody wants to be alone. Being humans, we are wired to be social, and these quotes about loneliness are all about that. These quotes about loneliness will soothe your soul and help you when you need it most and cope with the feeling of loneliness and isolation. Let's start. I want to be with those who know secret things or else alone. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is richness of self. The real loneliness is living among all these kind people who only ask one to pretend. Love your solitude and try to sing out with the pain it causes you. Cherish your solitude. Take trains by yourself to places you have never been. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Because once alone, it is impossible to believe that one could ever have been otherwise. Loneliness is an absolute discovery. If you wanted to do something absolutely honest, something true, it always turned out to be a thing that had to be done alone. My happiness will remain in everything with which God so generously surrounds human loneliness. It is in your power to withdraw yourself whenever you desire. Perfect tranquility within consists in the good ordering of the mind, the realm of your own. In order to be open to creativity, one must have the capacity for constructive use of solitude. One must overcome the fear of being alone. There is a certain strength in being alone. Loneliness is the human condition. Cultivate it. The way it tunnels into you allows your soul room to grow. My solitude is my treasure, the best thing I have. I hesitate to go out. If you open the little gate, I would not hope away. But oh, how I sing in my gold case. Perhaps only people who are capable of real togetherness have that look of being alone in the universe. Perhaps only people who are capable of real togetherness have that look of being alone in the universe. The others have a certain stickness. They stick to the mass. Some nights are made for reflection or the savoring of loneliness. Don't think you can frighten me by telling me that I am alone. France is alone. God is alone, and the loneliness of God is His strength. There are people who like to be alone without feeling lonely at all. The secret of a good old age is simply an honorable pact with solitude. To be left alone is the most precious thing one can ask of the modern world. The thing about living alone is that it gives you a lot of time to think. The writer's curse is that even in solitude, no matter its duration, he never grows lonely or bored. Solitude sometimes is best society. Solitude is a chosen separation for refining your soul. Isolation is what you crave when you neglect the first. One of the most important things you can do on this earth is to let people know they are not alone. If you are lonely when you are alone, you are in bad company. Solitude is fine, but you need someone to tell that solitude is fine. We live as we dream, alone. The loneliness you feel with another person, the wrong person, is the loneliest of all. Lonely people tend rather to be lonely because they decline to bear the psychic cost of being around other humans. They are allergic to people. People affect them too strongly. I am lonely, yet not everybody will do. I don't know why some people fill the gaps and others empathize my loneliness. Sometimes you need to sit lonely on the floor in a quiet room in order to hear your own voice and not let it drown in the noise of others. My loneliness was born when men praised my talkative faults and blamed my silent virtues. My loneliness was born when men praised my talkative faults and blamed my silent virtues. The trouble is not really in being alone, it's being lonely. One can be lonely in the midst of a crowd, don't you think? We have all known the long loneliness, and we have learned that the only solution is love, and that love comes with community. When we cannot bear to be alone, it means we do not properly value the only compassion we will have from birth to death, ourselves. Maybe true love isn't out there for me, but I can sublimate my loneliness with the notion that true love is out there for someone. The soul that sees beauty may sometimes walk alone. I am stronger than depression, and I am braver than loneliness, and nothing will ever exhaust me. There are worse things than feeling alone. Things like being with someone and still feeling alone. A season of loneliness and isolation is when the caterpillar gets its wings. Remember that next time you feel alone. Negative emotions like loneliness, envy, and guilt have an important role to play in a happy life. They are big, flashing signs that something needs to change. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. People think being alone makes you lonely, but I don't think that's true. Being surrounded by the wrong person is the loneliest thing in the world. I used to think the worst thing in life was to end up all alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people that make you feel all alone. Loneliness adds beauty to life. It puts a special burn on sunsets and makes night air smell better. Sometimes you need to take a break from everyone and spend time alone to experience, appreciate, and love yourself. If one is different, one is bound to be lonely. I want to be with those who know secret things or else alone. Thank you for listening to us.